you know what would make Arma Reforger even better? A full-blown campaign. Well, it's finally here, and it's actually pretty good. Crashed helicopters, special forces, and a brand new map. Join me as I break it down in this video. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I know that I've been dropping a lot of videos lately after being MIA for a few weeks, but I just couldn't not cover this one. This brand new single player campaign is now available in Arma Reforger through the experimental build, and it's a big deal. This campaign was previously showcased in a private playtest for some creators, which I totally missed the boat on, and like many of you with access to the experimental build, I'm now diving into this for the very first time. This isn't going to be a deep dive or spoiler heavy breakdown. I really think this kind of content should be experienced firsthand. So instead, this video is going to be more of an overview, the story setup, what's involved, and my initial thoughts on it. But before we dive into the details of the campaign itself, if you've watched the channel for a while, you'll know that I do love a good campaign. It's what really got me hooked on Arma 3. And let's be honest, Reforger has been missing that single player spark. Until now. Of course, we've had multiple other single player content in Reforger, like Combat Ops, the new Elimination mission, and the upcoming air support scenario. But these tend to be more standalone missions. With the latest update on Arma Reforger's experimental build, Bohemia has dropped a 5-part campaign that throws you into the boots of a US Special Forces operator whose helicopter gets shot down deep into the Russian-occupied island of Kolgiev. The brand new map coming with update 1.6. I'll cover the Kolgiev map in a separate video soon, but let me just say it's an absolute treat. Think abandoned mining towns, rocky ridgelines, dense forests, and the odd remote village. Bohemia have really knocked the ball out the park with this one. So let's talk about Operation Omega, Reforger's first true single player campaign. It's made up of 5 missions, and depending on how you play, you're probably looking at around an hour to 2 hours worth of gameplay. The setting is in Kolgiev, as I mentioned, a reimagined Cold War era island, loaded with Soviet installations, infrastructure, and some seriously tense vibes. You'll step into the boots of US Special Forces operative Sergeant Morris, call sign Mojo, tasked with infiltrating enemy territory, sabotaging Soviet military assets, rescuing captured comrades, and navigating through hostile compounds. You'll have the freedom to mix it up between stealth and action. You can choose to go in guns blazing or take a more stealthy route. But either way, you're definitely going to need to think tactically on this one. Now, yes, the campaign is relatively short for now, but honestly, I think it's a huge step forward for Reforger, especially for those of us that have been craving proper single player content. My first impressions are very positive. Sure, I wish the campaign was longer, but the detail, the cutscenes, the soundtrack, and just the overall feel is seriously immersive. And best of all, it runs incredibly smooth. It also strikes a nice balance in difficulty. It's challenging but fair. Unlike some Arma 3 missions where you are expected to solo an entire platoon, Operation Omega doesn't feel impossible, but it will certainly punish you if you get reckless. Well, that wraps up the video on this one. Like I said, I don't want to get too deep and spoil the story. This is more about sharing my excitement and letting you know it's worth checking out when it hits the main game. I'd love to hear your thoughts though. Are you excited for a proper campaign in Reforger? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you've played it already, what do you think? I've got more content planned coming soon, especially for a deeper dive into the new Kolgiev map and some other features heading our way. Also, if you're not worried about spoilers and want to see a full playthrough of the campaign, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to put that together for you. But for now, thanks for watching, and as always, keep it crispy.